We do not know this Australian's name, and we never will. We do not know his rank or his battalion. He may have been one of those who believed the Great War would be an adventure too grand to miss. He may have felt that he would never live down the shame of not going. The unknown soldier honours the memory of all those men and women who laid down their lives for Australia. We've lost more than 100,000 lives, but we've gained a legend and a deeper understanding of what it means to be Australian.
ANZAC Day Parade for Ipswich CBD. I'm Damien Lee from West Bremer Radio. It is nice to have your company under what has been rain holding off so far, and I've looked at the radar and it looks as though we might be lucky to get through the parade without any rain. Fingers crossed. Joining me is my co-commentator, the one and only Steve Vole. How are you, mate?
Well, good morning, Damo, and good morning, listeners. And once again, thank you so much for having us on behalf of the Ipswich sub-branch.
Mate, it's always a pleasure, and it's something that we like to do because there are people that can't make it to the parade or maybe incapacitated. So for those people, we're doing this service to bring it to their very own lounge room.
Well, yes, it is. It's the second time for today. You did the dawn service,
That's right.
So thank you so much. And for the main parade today, it'll give an opportunity for a lot of defence families who can't be here to see their loved ones who are marching today. But before we get to that, Damo, may I introduce a special guest?
Certainly, over to you.
Well, thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to introduce to the reviewing officer for today's event, Group Captain Gary Sadler from RAF Base Amberley. G'day, sir. How are you?
G'day, Steve. How are you?
Very
nice
good
to be here.
Sir, if you don't mind a few words, could you talk about your role as OC or Officer Commanding 96 Wing and what you do?
Certainly. So Officer Commanding 96 Wing is responsible for airbase operations and support to the generation of air power from all of our eastern air bases. So my responsibilities for 10 squadrons dotted around the east coast, and those squadrons are responsible for the bases such as Richmond, Townsville, Amberley of course here, down as far as Hobart, East Sale and Point Cook.
Oh my goodness, I do remember many years ago when I was in uniform and serving for part of under your command and other units as well. Part of your extensive service history is you, before you joined the Royal Australian Air Force, where were you?
Yeah, my memory doesn't quite go back that far. But yeah, so I transferred across from the RAF and spent 9 years in the RAF and had an amazing career there, and was very fortunate to get an exchange in Australia for 3 years. And in that 3 years I decided this was the place for me. People are just incredible, the opportunities were incredible, and I have not regretted it at all. And I now have my family here with an Australian born son, and we're very happy.
Well, on behalf of West Bremer Radio and the Ipswich sub-branch, we welcome you. Thank you so much for being the reviewing officer for today. Enjoy the parade. I know you're busy and you've got to get over there. I'll hand you back to Damo because he's got someone else to introduce.
Exactly, of course. It wouldn't be an ANZAC Day without the Mayor of Ipswich, Mayor Teresa Harding. Good morning.
Good morning. And Damo, thank you so much for West Bremer Radio for being here today. It's been fantastic, and I hear that the dawn service that you broadcast live was fantastic as well.
Yeah, it certainly was, and I tell you what, something else that's fantastic, looking up and down Brisbane Street, the amount of people that have come out today is extraordinary.
It is. Look, we've had amazing, the local RSL sub-branches and ANZAC Observance Committees. There's been 20 services in Ipswich today, and 10 of those are marches, and obviously this march here now, the Ipswich main march, is the main march, and sort of concludes all the services in Ipswich, and I think most of us then Fritscher away to CSI for lunch and a few other areas as well. So, thank you so much to so many residents who've come here. We have, we have the largest Air Force base in Australia here. The people here love the sound of the jets and the sound of freedom, and it's great to see so many people come out here and support defence families and also those who served as well.
And of course, we'll be looking forward to a couple of Hornet planes going over too.
Yes, I'm thinking with TikTok, it'll be about, I think, at 10:54. We'll see what happens with the weather. Hopefully we'll be able to see them. It'll be below the clouds, but it's quite exciting, and we do love our jets here in Ipswich, and I think there's always been a great deal of affection for the Air Force here in Ipswich as well, and I think that's why so many people come out.
Yeah. Of course, we also have Paul Rogers, who is the president of the Ipswich RSL sub-branch. Paul, welcome to the program.
Good morning, how are you?
Mate, I'm very good. You had an early start this morning with the dawn service. A job well done, and what a capacity crowd.
Yeah, I think I was down just a bit on what we had last year, but having said that, I was absolutely surprised at how many people actually made the effort and came in the rain. Yeah. So that just tells me the Anzac spirit is far from gone.
It certainly is. And the other thing I'd like to, Paul, is the amount of young people when you look up and down the street, young people taking up the gauntlet to keep Anzac Day alive.
Yes, it's very important. Dawn services are all part of that. So all I can say is if you go to a dawn service. Simple as that. Doesn't matter where it is. Support your local RSL, I suppose, is what I'm trying to say. And
of course, you and the team at the RSL do a fantastic job every year pulling all of these services together, don't you?
Oh yes, it's a combined effort. There's a lot of planning that goes in between the background, like we have SADFO, we've got everybody else. This morning, our guest speaker was a Navy Lieutenant Commander from HMAS Moreton, so I think he was our first Navy guest of honour.
And Teresa, for you, I mean, you've been out to a number of services already this morning. What's the crowds been like?
They've been really large crowds, and despite the fact that there was rain. So Steve and I went down to the Goodna RSL sub-branch dawn service this morning, and obviously it rained a lot, but people were there. They just brought their brollies, and people were very respectful. Hats off to the catapult party there. They were Navy cadets, and you'll be very proud of that, Paul. They, from TS6, which they did an amazing job. Then Steve and I went to the morning service at Greater Springfield RSL, and they had like about 8,000 people there. And again, it was pouring rain, but people just popped their umbrella up, and people were just there and laid their wreaths and sort of had photos afterwards. And then after that, Steve and I went to Rosewood RSL sub-branch, and we did their march there together. And they said that their dawn service, they had a big crowd as well, Paul. So, it's really interesting to see that people are very keen to get up very early in the morning and continue to commemorate and thank the sacrifice of the service of so many people before us.
And also to all of the council team that have helped put all of this together, and the SES volunteers and everybody.
We have an incredible city events team in council. They don't just run festivals, they work hand in hand with all the different sub-branches and the ANZAC observance committees to assist with traffic management and arranging things, and really appreciate the ex-service organisations working so closely with our city events team. I want to thank them, Carly and the whole team there. Thank you so much. They are absolutely incredible, so thank you so much, and they get a lot out of doing this as well.
Yeah. Well, enjoy the day today. It's going to be a great crowd, and I promise you it's not going to rain.
Will we bet on that?
No, don't do that.
We'll do a 2-up on it later.
There you go. Thank you so much. And of course, we are about to get underway with the parade. Steve, 3,000 participants. That is huge, isn't it?
It certainly is. And as we've talked about the weather, but also I'd like to make an acknowledgement again to the ADF contingent that's here again today. Thank you very much, sir, for the Air Force's contribution. There are multiple units here, but in particular led by the RAF Security and Fire School and supported by several other units that are here. The veteran contingent is going to be huge as well. So our young veterans are going to combine with all the other veterans and march as one, and I think it'll be very exciting to see. And Domo, as much as I'd love to keep these good folk here and keep picking their brain, they've got to go stand in front of the dais.
Yep. They've got to go and take the salute today. So Steve and I are going to take a break, and then we're going to come back with the 2025 Anzac Day Parade live from the Ipswich CBD right after this. Check Air Conditioning is excited to announce they are now offering electrical works. From general electrical repairs and service upgrades to ceiling fans, smoke alarms, power points and so much more. And don't forget, we are also still your go-to name for all things air conditioning. Check Air Conditioning has been your trusted family-owned and operated air conditioning specialist for over 25 years. And now, let them look after your electrical needs. To book your free air conditioning or electrical quote, visit chekair.com.au. Quote conditions apply.
G'day, Danny Hoyland here for the Rockley Hotel, family owned and operated, open from 9am daily, lunch from 11:30am till 2:30pm, got dinner from 5pm till 9pm, there's a great TAB plus Keno, 20 of the latest gaming machines, drive-through open from 9am every day, and on Wednesdays only, rump steak served with chips, salad and sauce, only $19. That's great value. The Rockley Hotel at 1337 Ipswich Road at Rockley.
Whether you're a busy household looking for family-friendly options or love the feel and comfort of luxurious natural wool, or maybe it's a healthy choice asthma-friendly carpet, then Choices Flooring has the range, colours, textures and savings you've been looking for during our Carpet by Design sale. Visit choicesflooring.com.au and discover the carpet solution that's just right for you, or visit your nearest Choices Flooring showroom.
Mallett's at the top of town. Call 3282 9555.
Check Air Conditioning is excited to announce they are now offering electrical works. From general electrical repairs and service upgrades to ceiling fans, smoke alarms, power points and so much more. And don't forget, we are also still your go-to name for all things air conditioning. Check Air Conditioning has been your trusted family-owned and operated air conditioning specialist for over 25 years. And now, let them look after your electrical needs. To book your free air conditioning or electrical quote, visit chekair.com.au. Quote conditions apply.
G'day, Danny Hoyland here for the Rockley Hotel, family owned and operated, open from 9am daily, lunch from 11:30am till 2:30pm, got dinner from 5pm till 9pm, there's a great TAB plus Keno, 20 of the latest gaming machines, drive-through open from 9am every day, and on Wednesdays only, rump steak served with chips, salad and sauce, only $19. That's great value. The Rockley Hotel at 1337 Ipswich Road at Rockley.
And there we go. We are back at the Anzac Day Parade for 2025. And of course, my co-commentator Steve Boll. How are you, mate?
I'm very good, Damo, and like I said, actually I'm just building with excitement now to see. And as I'm just having a quick look at the list of participants for today, as we talked about, there's over 3,000 marching. The crowds are getting deeper and deeper as we're going, but just a couple of things I thought I'd just make of mention, and I'll probably get the sad one out of the way, but it's a celebration at the same time, is if you remember last year, one of the vehicles broke down. And it had Matt Rennie, which is one of our Korean veterans. Well, sadly, he has passed away. Now, Matt Rennie OAM, also one of his legacies was to find diggers that were in the Ipswich Cemetery with unmarked graves, and he dedicated his life, or his post-defence life, finding those names and getting plaques and stuff done. So not only did we get to celebrate his life in his service, but his Jeep broke down, but the community spirit last year was amazing. They got out there and they pushed his Jeep
Yes, I remember that.
to the end. So I think, you know, if he'll be smiling down at us today, and hopefully he's having a yarn to the weather gods at the same time.
He could be doing that. Yeah, he's a fixer, isn't he?
He is. And look, and on another note, and I think we need to celebrate this, Olive Pugh, and she was centenarian, but she also was in the lead Jeep, as unfortunately passed away. But once again, a beautiful soul who helped us out. But I'm sure she's looking down here again as well, having a bit of a hoping for us to get there. But I think what I want to say is that the Ipswich community, the veteran community and the wider community really appreciate it for what they've done. But I'm really excited for the level of participation we've got today.
Yeah, and look, as we look down the streets, and we can see that on our coverage today, there are so many people lining both sides of Brisbane Street. That will wend its way into Tolmer Place, into the Nicholas Street precinct as well.
Oh yeah, look, as I was walking up here to assist with the broadcast, Tolmer Place is absolutely thriving. The coffee shops are going off. It's a bit like right across here from Fourth Child as well. Everyone's queuing up, and it is getting deeper and deeper. It's a great thing, and as you said, the amount of people that are tuning into this broadcast is amazing. And I'd like to speak on that as well as a former defence member and. With young troops and stuff like that, they're away from their parents, and this is an opportunity for the mums and dads out there or extended family to see their sons and daughters marching today, and maybe sometimes for the first time in their service career. So it'll be a special moment for them and a proud moment for mum and dad.
Yeah, it's a proud moment for the city as well. So folks, if you're out there watching on the West Bremer Radio Facebook page, please share it and let as many people know about the broadcast, because we want to shine that spotlight on the parade and on the people of Ipswich today, don't we?
Oh, you absolutely don't. And look, I can't thank you enough once again for you as a community and as a radio station to take the time out. You could be somewhere else, you could be on the beach, but you're here, sitting here, supporting our community and our defence community, and it means a lot. And you can see that by the amount of people that are here today. And as I said, as we're looking at the post now, who's tuning in, it's great to see.
Yep, exactly. We are pretty much close to the start of the parade as we speak, kicking off at 10:45. It will come directly past our commentary point here in Brisbane Street, then go across the top of town down into Tolmer Place and Nicholas Street precinct there as well. So there's plenty of vantage points for those that are still wanting to come in. But of course, as you said, places like Fourth Child across the road from us are jam-packed. All of the tables are filled. And there's even kids, and that's what I love, is I'm seeing the kids sitting in the gutter waiting for the parade.
It is. It's nice to see, and they're relaxed. Everyone's enjoying. They're really enjoying it. But as we were talking before with the reviewing officer and the mayor and Paul Rogers from the RSL, it isn't just we all line up and walk down the street. There is months and months of planning for this, and the volunteers that have come out to do this again, and then once again the police service, the fire service, and all the other volunteers there to make it happen, rain, hail or shine.
That's right.
I'm truly impressed. But
well, looking down Brisbane Street, it looks like the first round of vehicles are firing up. Their emergency warning lights are flashing, and that's always a good sign that they're about to come down. And then, of course, as we said earlier, 3,000 participants in the parade, which will take it right through. In fact, I see them coming down now. So we are underway with the 2025 Ipswich ANZAC Day Parade, and leading the charge at the moment is the big Striker fire trucks after the Queensland Police motorcycles.
Yes, they're the large fire trucks that the RAF uses for the standard deployment firefighting vehicles, and one of the drivers is a personal friend of mine. But I won't name him. But I'll just say that the crew are out there, and I assure you, the men that are driving those trucks today are all volunteers and are looking forward to it. But yes, I can officially say that the parade has started. But if you're looking at the list, we've got the Strikers, the Light Horse Plant Troop, the Jeeps, the military Jeeps, the Pipe Band. There is so much.
Yes.
And so much. Once again, these are volunteer groups.
That's right.
Who are given their time, and then obviously we get to the defence of it, and then hopefully somewhere along the line we should have a surprise with a Super Hornet or two.
Well, the countdown is on. We're about 5 minutes away from the two F-18 Super Hornets flying over Brisbane Street, and of course you just saw there too the saluting dais with our dignitaries up there at the top of town. But coming into view now, here is the Queensland Police Service motorcyclists. They did think there was going to be 2, but I'm counting 4 there.
Well, we've always got to back up. And have you done something wrong?
I don't know, but well, let's just say it's not the first time I've seen the Queensland Police Service rock up. But they just stalled there for a moment. And it's a great opportunity too for people coming to the parade to actually get some photos as well when they do this.
Oh, look, I think it's amazing, and just the precision riding and just how they go about it, and just their daily job is just incredible. And to fit this in, not only are they leading the parade, but they are providing a capability at the same time as well.
Yes. The Queensland Police motorcyclists about to pass our commentary position here, looking fantastic on the motorbikes. And of course all of the lights flashing, and the kids are just gobsmacked. They're loving it. So well done to our QPS friends there. And of course now we have these Striker fire trucks. And tell you what, they are massive, these fire trucks. Not the standard ones either. And I think Steve, your friend, just went past, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. Yeah, I'll be in Sergeant Guild.
And the second vehicle just coming past here now. And of course you can hear a lot of this. There we go. Bit of sound there from the trucks as well.
Yeah.
And of course these trucks are based at Amberley Air Force Base in case of any emergencies.
Yes, they are. Look, they respond to the airfield emergencies, but they're also designed to be tactically deployed and fit in the back of a C-17 cargo plane, so we can go overseas or within Australia and deploy these vehicles ready to go with their equipment and their crews.
Right.
And then that was a part of what Group Captain Gary Sadler was talking about, is how he looks after those bases and that equipment.
Yeah.
And once again, the light horse. You'll see the light horse march in front with the boots in reverse. That's the sign of a fallen soldier.
Yes, yep. And of course the lone charger, the riderless horse, and that's led today by Trooper Shari Moore, and is accompanied by Nurse Ness Steels, who proudly represents the courageous women of the Australian Army Nursing Unit, which of course, as we know, did a fantastic job as well, didn't they, the nurses?
Oh, look, the angels, that's who you need to see. And here comes the first pair of Jeeps, and some of our older veterans, and once again.
And these Jeeps are provided by the Military Jeep Club of Queensland for the parade today, showcasing the 1942 Ford military Jeep from World War II.
Yeah. And the recently retired Land Rover 110.
Yes.
Now, one of the vehicles here is coming is 1915. It is actually a World War I vintage vehicle.
Wow. That is amazing. In fact, the number plate reflects that, World War I 17. And tell you what, don't the men in just look so proud, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And have a go at that. They've got to adjust the timing, do all this stuff. To compare to how we drove a modern car.
Yes.
It is amazing.
And some more Jeeps coming through, and we're actually getting our photo taken as well.
Yeah, well, we're thanking these gentlemen for their service. So
there we go, some more of the wonderful vehicles, and of course the veterans going past our commentary position. And it's fitting to see, therefore, the Military Jeep Club members honour the memory of the brave and pioneering young men and women who fought facing conflict for the first time, many of them.
Look at the restoration of some of these Jeeps. It's absolutely amazing. These Willys Jeeps, they were... That's right, there we go.
And there you go, the two F-18 Super Hornets.
Yes, they did.
Snuck up on us rather quickly when we were engrossed in the Jeeps. But tell you what a good timing for all of the veterans in these Jeeps.
Yeah, very good. Now these are a couple of retrobates, so I'd like to know where they're going to end up at.
They'll probably end up at Club Services Ipswich, I reckon.
These blokes would never go to the pub. They'd be going to church straight after this.
There, and as you said, look, some of these Jeeps are beautifully restored.
Look, the Willys Jeep is a simple design, but it was a consumable item. So just think that something is 80 years old, or a minimum of 80 years old, is in such a beautiful condition.
Yeah, we've got the classic cars now. And tell you what, some of these colours are pretty much out there, aren't they?
Oh, yeah.
It's just fantastic. And, of course, bringing up the rear of our vehicles here is the Club Services Ipswich bus, which you often see driving around Ipswich, don't you?
Well, CSI is part of, supported by the Ipswich RSL and Ipswich Railway sub-branch. So this is part of that veteran services and that welfare support. And one of the most important things about the ex-service community is participation and being there. And as you can hear, the pipes and drums are coming.
Exactly. The City of Ipswich Pipe Band is one of Australia's oldest pipe bands, formed in 1909 by the Ipswich Caledonian Society, who aim to foster the culture of pipe band music and the training of members in the art of piping and drumming. And today, the band's vision is to develop a pipe band that delivers excellent entertainment to the community while providing musical education and satisfaction to its members, which they certainly do. And as they come down the central area of Ipswich, this is the City of Ipswich Pipe Band.
And here, listen to the sounds of those bagpipes. And following that will be the ex-servicemen and servicewomen of Ipswich who are our veterans or our heroes from the foregone era. So thank you to them.
Let's have a listen to the band. We've got our Vietnam contingent coming through now. For the Navy, Army and Air Force as well.
Oh, yeah.
And marching proudly, and a lot of young people in there wearing their medals of their parents or grandparents as well.
One of the things that RSL has encouraged this year is participation of their grandchildren and wearing those medals. So thank you so much for doing what you're doing.
Of course, Wounded Heroes Australia do a fantastic job in Ipswich, and this is they're coming into range now. And of course, fantastic supporting the veterans. Current members of the Australian Defence Force following through as well. And of course, now we have the Salvation Army.
And the Salvation Army Citadel Band is a band made of 13 to 18, presently 40 players today. And I'll just let them go past.
Yep. Of course, made up of volunteers aged 13 to 80, strength of 40 players, and Gary Rule has been the current bandmaster since 2002.
And here comes RAF Security and Fire School that leads the Air Force contingent through. RAF Security and Fire School has been the mainstay. It trains the Air Force firefighters, dog handlers, security forces. But the lead flight will be the staff, and the next flight will be coming through with the young men and women in front of you here are the current trainees on course at the moment. And as you can see, they look pretty young and fit in there. And at the back you'll see the NCOs there, and they are our course instructors.
Fantastic. And look at the strength of numbers that we have here today.
You can't say that our Air Force is looking good. And of course everyone's favourite at the end is the RAF puppies and stuff like that. And of course I think we need to see how cute they are, but then you need to go see the video of them in action.
Now they've got an L plate on the back. What does that mean?
That means they're learning.
Oh, okay.
They're being trained, and they'll be part of the Air Force Foster program.
Fantastic.
Now the next two flights that you see right now that are going past us now are the composite flights.
Yep.
From other members of RAF Base Amberley who support those units who are in here marching today as well.
Wonderful.
So the next group there is 26 Transport Squadron. they're marching through, and obviously at the end they've got the 2 camels as usual.
Of course, and this squadron is based out of RAF Base Amberley and provides distribution capabilities and support of the Australian Defence Force. They're part of the 9th Force Support Battalion in the Australian Army, and of course the camels coming up, we have Vernon and Penny. They're famous.
They're corporals now, so they've obviously been promoted. My goodness! And here we go, 208 Cadet Squadron. Now, cadets is a wonderful breeding ground for the kids to move forward. And I'm a little bit biased. 208 Squadron was where our children went through and joined cadets, and 2 of the 3 went on to join the military, and one's currently at the moment down at RAF Base Eastsale training to become a pilot.
Wonderful. It's a great training ground and teaches them so many great life skills, doesn't it?
Oh, absolutely. And here we come is the Australian Navy Cadets Training Ship Ipswich. And once again, it's a community youth-based group, and once again they've got the pipes and drums going. Oh, correction, in this case, the drums are going.
The drums are going, yes. And I tell you what, they look fantastic. Not a blemish on those white uniforms.
I'm sure there's mums and dads out there. I just want to thank very much to the RFS.
There you go.
We've got the Orange Angels, we've got the RFS, so thank you so much for what they do, and they're always there to help us out.
They certainly are, and of course we have the Rural Fire Service as well coming through now, Ripley Valley, one of those units, and they do a tremendous job ensuring that at our time of need we have firefighters on the doorstep.
The Rural Fire Service, yes, once again, and from Marburg, once again a volunteer organisation, and we thank them for their service.
Exactly, and of course with the Rural Fire Service, the members actually make up the 1,400 rural fire brigades and 2,400 fire warden districts. There's 28,000 volunteers in the RFS.
My goodness, and if you sit there and look at it, but you look at it, they issue permits for fire warden activities, community education engagement, disaster management response options. They literally were doing damage assessments from the floods. They were so versatile.
Yes. Of course, following up there, we have Zonta, Ipswich, incorporating wearing their distinctive orange shirts, and the ladies are all there. Zonta Club of Ipswich, in fact, have been working and meeting as volunteers in Ipswich and Westmoreton region since 1979.
And here we come, the first of our schools. We've got Ipswich Grammar School, which will be established in 1863. And for some of these children, this will be their first opportunity, but it offers a learning journey from prep to year 12 and has a broad curriculum to engage and challenge boys from every stage of their learning journey.
And of course, boarding is an integral part of the school's identity as well, with a supportive and inclusive environment that caters to students from rural, regional and international backgrounds as well.
And we also now have Ipswich Girls Grammar School, including Ipswich Junior Grammar School, which they've been serving the community again from 1892.
Wow. And would you believe, Steve, there is 500 students taking part today?
Oh, it's incredible, and I fully understand it. And some of them, if you look at it, are wearing their fathers, grandfathers, great-grandfathers medals.
There you go. You're the king of the kids today.
Oh, do you think the kids having a good time?
I think they are.
I really do. And they're very, very well turned out, young men.
They certainly are. Ipswich Girls and Junior Grammar School offers modern facilities, dedicated teachers, and a wide range of co-curricular opportunities, and that is for families needing flexibility. The school also provides boarding options for girls from year 7 onwards, and they certainly do a tremendous job. One of our prestigious older schools in the community.
It is, and highly respected, and there is some incredible sporting talent that's come out of that, and one of note right now is Gout.
Yes, exactly. And I'll tell you what, isn't he just taking the world by storm at the moment?
Yes, he is, and it is an amazing. And if you look at Ipswich, we sit there and look at our sporting prowess, we look at our rugby league prowess, we look at our artistic, Darcy Doyle. It is incredible, this town. We made things at the railway workshops, we mined things, we're a garrison town, we've nearly been there and done it all, and here we are, here comes the Ipswich Junior Girls.
That's right, some more students there, and the older students are looking after the young ones, who, as you said, are probably marching for the first time this year.
Yeah, there's a couple, I'd say it's their first time, and it's once again nice to see the kids wearing their grandfathers or fathers or relatives' medals.
Yeah, it certainly is. And when you look at it, there's quite a few of them that are doing that, so it really showcases, how proud they are to wear those medals.
Well, it just shows you that this is how the ANZAC tradition is kept alive.
Yeah. And they will be the people that will carry it on into the future as well.
Absolutely.
So, still more members of the Ipswich Girls Grammar School and the Ipswich Junior Grammar School coming through at the moment, and the kids just having an absolute ball getting to march through the CBD as part of the 2025 Anzac Day Parade. While we are seeing the girls come through, also a big shout out to and thanks to the SES volunteers today, who have been doing a tremendous job making sure everyone's safe on the parade route.
Like I said, it is incredible the amount of the people who give their time up to support our community every day. That is beautiful. Watching one of the young ones marching and carrying.
Now, of course, coming up, we have the Blackstone Girl Guides and Amberley Girl Guides as well. That's a great institution, isn't it?
Oh, absolutely. And look, they're over 100 years old, and like everything else, they're always seeking new members to come along and participate.
Yep.
Girl Guides Queensland is the largest youth organisation for girls and young women, with almost 4,000 members, and with volunteer leaders and adult members.
Fantastic. We've got 50 students coming through now from Ipswich Central State School. It's led by Principal Trish Holland and Deputy Principal Ray Louise Colbert and Jordan Shatt, who is marching today alongside 40 students and staff. And of course, the school was founded in 1861. So it's well and truly a part of Ipswich's proud history, and today the school has approximately 600 students enrolled who come from many of the surrounding suburbs of Ipswich.
And it was really nice to see for one of the kids there with a nice tribute to obviously a deceased relative.
Yes, yeah. Ipswich West State School, that first opened in 1861 and is the 5th oldest state school still operating in Queensland. It's heritage listed as well and steeped in culture and history. And of course we also have the Bethany Lutheran Primary School as well. That's an independent and co-educational school. Following that, 100 students from the Blair State School. So we're seeing all of the kids from the schools coming through.
Oh, they're charging through. And look, here comes Tivoli State School, and Tivoli School is a small but growing school of 200 students located on Mount Crosby Road. They're dedicated to encouraging learning and personal development.
That's right. And of course, following on behind them, we have Churchill State School. It's approximately 280 students who are all Churchill champions. Yep, love it. And the students know that there is no success without effort. We're trying your best, and giving your life all makes a true champion. So well done to the kids, all champions in our eyes.
All champions.
There you go. Now, Ipswich State High School. Now, this is a school that certainly has made a name for itself, hasn't it?
Yeah, Ipswich State High did a absolutely beautiful service the other day for their Anzac Day, and reflect a deep tradition for Defence Force families, and it has a wonderful support to Defence families and
And look, behind them, sorry, I've got to keep moving, the kids are going so fast. We have Westmoreton Anglican College, and of course this is a prep to Year 12 school dedicated to nurturing confident and resilient students through every stage of their education. In fact, we have 300 students from Westmac coming through, and beyond the classroom, students connect with the wider community through extracurricular activities like sport, agriculture, also performing arts, technology and service, and the the school has deep ties to the Australian Defence Force and is a significant part of the Westmac experience. And in fact, you can see some of those Defence Force personnel marching with their kids.
Yeah, it's a Westmoreton is one of our kids went along there, and it is a wonderful school, like all schools. But it has a wonderful defence support program,
Yes.
and once again, like the next school that's coming along, which is St Edmunds College. And
another well-known school in the
oh
Ipswich
my
community.
goodness, yeah, one of our sons went there and loved playing rugby there. But anyhow, St Edmunds is an inclusive Catholic community shaped by a rich culture, by the Edmund Rice tradition. They inspired young men to live with integrity, serve with others with compassion, and embrace life of simplicity. And they are dedicated and have a dedicated defence mentor, Miss Kylie Biddle. So once again, it is a big defence family at St Eddie's, and once again, as you can see, there's a lot of kids out there wearing their relatives' medals.
That's right, exactly. And a lot of kids as well, 150 from St Edmunds taking part in the process. And there's always one kid, isn't there, that's louder than everybody else. But we love the enthusiasm.
I actually thought it was a dad. And now we have St Mary's College.
And of course, situated in Wood End in Ipswich, St Mary's provides Catholic education to young women from years 7 to 12. It's steeped in mercy tradition. St Mary's College is proud of their 161-year history.
And here comes the Ripley Scout Group, and they were launched in 2022, and is a not-for-profit based in South Ripley with over 70 members. And as you can see, with the help of a lot of ex-service organisations and local families to move forward.
Yeah. We hear the band coming. That's the Redbank Plains State High School and Marching Band, taught by their instrumental music teacher, Nikia Chambers. Let's have a listen. That has students from years 7 to 12 in the band, and they're all playing proudly as they go past our commentary position today.
And here comes Brassel State School, and I've got to say, this was my school when I went to primary school many years ago. However, it opened in 1894. I can safely say I didn't go there when it was in 1894. It does start with a 19.
Fair enough.
But the school crest is involved with the words labour and honour, and I think it encapsulates the school vision. And once again, it's a very big defence supported school as well.
Yeah. We have the Ipswich East State School, 55 members there, and it's proud once again to take part in the Anzac Day March, standing together as a school community to honour the service and sacrifice of Australia's servicemen and women. And their involvement in the Anzac Day March is a significant event for the school, offering students the opportunity to reflect on the values of courage, respect and resilience that are deeply connected to the Anzac spirit.
And we have the Church of Jesus Christ and Latter-day Saints introducing them, and the members of representing the Ipswich Chapel on Robertson Road, Raceview.
Fantastic.
And the church was founded in 1830 by Joseph Smith of upstate New York, and the church is honoured to participate in Anzac Day as a reflection of their community and service. So thank you so much and welcome.
Yeah, it's great to see. And we will... coming towards the end of the parade, I see at the moment we do have, of course, another one of our first responders, and that is the ambulance. Queensland Ambulance do a terrific job, and have been here pretty much all morning since the dawn service.
Well, I'm glad they have. Well, I'm glad they've just got their lights on, and they've. Hopefully, it stays as a quiet day. But we thank them for their service. As first responders, and appreciate their time.
Yes, and then of course we have a fairly massive truck coming up behind that.
Well, that is definitely the 26 Transport Squadron, one of their heavy vehicles on display.
Right. There we go, that's the Ambos going past. And now this truck you were saying it was from where, sorry?
26 Transport Squadron,
Right.
Which is part of 9 Force Support Battalion. This is just an example of some of the large logistic vehicles that they've got to move gear around to get stuff around in Australia. And with the police vehicle, that signals the conclusion of the parade.
That's right, and we also thank the Queensland Police Service starting off the parade and concluding the parade for us today as well. And of course, just coming up, thank you, that was the 26th Transport Brigade. And of course, we have one of the marshals, the Chief Marshal, isn't he?
The Parade Marshal, the one and only Oggie Smith.
And how are you, mate?
I'm well. It's been another fantastic Anzac Day, another great parade and a lot of community involvement.
It certainly has. Over 3,000 participants this year, mate. That would have been a lot to wrangle at the start.
It was, however, they're all very well behaved, which was, I suppose, a nice start. It's the respect that, especially the kids show, I think is fantastic. I think our schools are doing a great job in making sure that they instill the right values when it comes to Anzac Day.
And it's great to see so many kids taking part, isn't it?
Look, they're the backbone of what we have here for the generations going forward.
Yeah.
And they're what's going to keep our parade looking as fantastic as it does.
Now, did you have any nervous moments today where things you thought, it's not going to go right?
There's always nervous moments, and particularly when you're dealing with old Jeeps.
Yes.
If you recall last year, I think we had three blokes push one all the way through.
Yes.
And we had to hold them for a little while at the top. So always nervous when we're getting those guys off the mark. And of course, when you've got people marching behind horses and camels, there's always nervous moments.
Glad you said that, not me.
I think we can say to our viewers and listeners now that they was amply taken care of if required, and I believe Vernon and the horses were on their best behaviour.
I believe they were. There was, the Pooper Scuba team behind them, really, wasn't it?
Yeah, all very well prepared, which is good to see.
Either that or they saved it for after the reviewing officer.
Mate, congratulations on pulling together another great parade this year, and we always thank you and the entire team of volunteers that get in there and just make it happen.
And look, without the Ipswich City Council's team, with Penny Radford particularly, is their chief wrangler, they do a great job, and a lot of work goes in for what's all over in about 20 minutes, but it's a great spectacle and everyone loves it.
Yeah, well, mate, go and enjoy yourself. Maybe head off to Club CSI and have a game or two up and a few beverages.
That sounds like a great idea. I'll take your advice.
Thanks so much. There we go. That is Oggie, who is Chief Marshal here for the parade. And, mate, it's great to see it all, go through another spectacular event.
Well, I think Oggie sold himself short because it does take a little bit more than, just wrangling this together. There is months and months, and literally they'll have a beer, and Monday morning they'll do a debrief, and then they'll start looking at 2026. So I think he's been very, very generous, and he's done a great job. And obviously the other thing is too, the weather has held off.
I told you it wouldn't. But listen, what we'll do is we'll take a quick break and we'll come back here to wrap it all up at the 2025 Ipswich ANZAC Day Parade here on West Bremer Radio.
Air Conditioning is excited to announce they are now offering electrical works. From general electrical repairs and service upgrades to ceiling fans, smoke alarms, power points and so much more. And don't forget, we are also still your go-to name for all things air conditioning. Check Air Conditioning has been your trusted family-owned and operated air conditioning specialist for over 25 years. And now, let them look after your electrical needs. To book your free air conditioning or electrical quote, visit chekair.com.au. Quote conditions apply.
G'day, Danny Hoyland here for the Rockley Hotel, family owned and operated, open from 9am daily, lunch from 11:30am till 2:30pm, got dinner from 5pm till 9pm, there's a great TAB plus Keno, 20 of the latest gaming machines, drive-through open from 9am every day, and on Wednesdays only, rump steak served with chips, salad and sauce, only $19. That's great value. The Rockley Hotel at 1337 Ipswich Road at Rockley.
Whether you're a busy household looking for family-friendly options, or love the feel and comfort of luxurious natural wool, or maybe it's a healthy choice asthma-friendly carpet, then Choices Flooring has the range, colours, textures and savings you've been looking for during our Carpet by Design sale. Visit choicesflooring.com.au and discover the carpet solution that's just right for you, or visit your nearest Choices Flooring showroom.
Mallett's at the top of town. Call 3282 9555.
Check Air Conditioning is excited to announce they are now offering electrical works. From general electrical repairs and service upgrades to ceiling fans, smoke alarms, power points and so much more. And don't forget, we are also still your go-to name for all things air conditioning. Check Air Conditioning has been your trusted family-owned and operated air conditioning specialist for over 25 years. And now, let them look after your electrical needs. To book your free air conditioning or electrical quote, visit chekair.com.au. Quote conditions apply.
G'day, Danny Hoyland here for the Rockley Hotel, family owned and operated, open from 9am daily, lunch from 11:30am till 2:30pm, got dinner from 5pm till 9pm, there's a great TAB plus Keno, 20 of the latest gaming machines, drive-through open from 9am every day, and on Wednesdays only, rump steak served with chips, salad and sauce, only $19. That's great value. The Rockley Hotel at 1337 Ipswich Road at Rockley.
And welcome back to the 2025 Ipswich ANZAC Day Parade. Done and dusted, Steve Vole, for another year.
Well, Damo, on behalf of the Ipswich sub-branch, I'd like to thank West Bremer Radio for putting this out live. Not only the dawn service, but today's event. What a co-host! Mate, couldn't have done it without you. But more importantly, just the participation, the excitement, and look at the streets. It's amazing, and I was pretty impressed with the flyover as well.
Exactly, yes, mate. I only heard it, but it was enough to get me going. That's for sure.
Well, it's the sound of freedom, as they say in the movies. But over 3,000 participants. But the thing that really excited me was to see the amount of school kids that were there, and as we were saying, that the next generation to carry the torch and to keep that ANZAC spirit alive. I was really impressed.
It's a chance for us to pay our respects to those men and women who have paid the ultimate sacrifice so that we can live with the freedoms that we have today. And that's what ANZAC Day is all about. It's a special time to remember, to reflect and to honour those people who serve in our defence forces. And that's not just in World War I and II, but theatres of all war throughout the decades.
Well, yeah, it is, Damo. But more importantly, and yes, I've served as well. But it's the families and what they go through as well. As being in defence, we talk about the defence family, and you have the military is your family, but your hometown becomes your family as well. And you can see Ipswich put that on show today in spades.
Yeah.
So it was an absolute honour and a privilege to join you today.
Mate, a privilege to have you here as well as part of our commentary team. You're part of the furniture now on ANZAC Day. So,
oh my goodness.
We do appreciate it, and thanks once again for your efforts today.
Thank you again. Thank you, Damo.
Thank you so much. Handshake as well. Steve Vole joining us there. Thanks to all of the team, Dan, our director, Darren and Bradley on camera, and of course all of the people that have been behind the scenes, and to you who have been watching today, thank you so much. Please spread the message, spread the video around, share it to your friends and families. Let's put that spotlight on what Ipswich has here, and that is a tremendous spirit of the Anzacs. Thanks for your company, and until 2026, it's bye from all of us here at West Bremer Radio.
We do not know this Australian's name, and we never will. We do not know his rank or his battalion. He may have been one of those who believed the Great War would be an adventure too grand to miss. He may have felt that he would never live down the shame of not going. The unknown soldier honours the memory of all those men and women who laid down their lives for Australia. We've lost more than 100,000 lives, but we've gained a legend and a deeper understanding of what it means to be Australian.